Hello everyone and welcome to my Minecraft tutorial. In this one we're going to be talking about a building that's not really a building. As part of the Roman series, it's kind of essential I do a forum. And forums are, I suppose they're an amalgamation of a few different types of areas. They're a market square, they're a place of religious worship, and as well as that they're kind of a political playground. You get lots of stages and speeches going on. Caesar was murdered in a forum. Assassinated, I suppose you should say. Anyway, so it's pretty kind of central and I suppose very, very, very essential building to a Roman city. But as well as that, in this episode, we're also going to be doing a bit of a series recap as well as giving some news. So I hope you guys enjoy. Bye. Okay, so to start off, we're going to take the usual 16 by 16 plot. I've had a couple of questions in the last few weeks over, I suppose, why I use this particular plot size, but I'll go over that later. So for the moment, just note that I've marked out the edges of the plot with sponges just to make it stand out. But you can use whatever you like. You don't really have to mark it out. It's easier in the long run. So yeah, let's go to the first phase. So for this first phase, we're gonna make a 2 wide road going around all the edge of our plot. And actually, if I turn back on my interface here, because I forgot to do that, you can see this is 2 blocks wide, and it goes the whole way around. And then on the inside of this, we're going to make a ring of double slabs, just ordinary stone slabs. But these are, I suppose, they kind of brighten up the area. They make it look a lot clearer. So that's pretty much it for that phase. Moving on, we started making the pattern, and the pattern can be, well, actually, you don't even have to use this pattern, but it can be kind of whatever materials you like. In this sort of, I suppose, version of it, I've used lapis lazuli and just ordinary red bricks. Now the thing is, lapis is it's very expensive in survival. Not expensive, but it's so rare that making anything large scale is gonna take quite a. It's basically a lot of effort. So I mean, if you're talking about something economical, I'd advise you use, say, maybe alternate between sandstone and smooth stone or something. But just see what's available to you. If you can get your hands on the lapis, or if you're doing it in creative, then by all means go ahead. But yeah, for this, I suppose, section of the pattern, we're going to make a 4x4 ring in the center, and then on the edge of the plot, just make these little, I suppose, corner pieces. So you can see these are 4x4. And this one is just basically 3 blocks in the corner like that. And you do that in every corner. In this next phase, it's starting to look a little bit more complicated, but it's basically just where we were before. You basically just lay out some blocks in a pattern like this, and yeah, it just kind of, it looks a bit more complicated when you look at it from above, but it's not too bad to follow. Coming over here, you can see I basically just filled in the rest of the area with I suppose, the second material. In this case, just ordinary red bricks. We've also added the columns, and these are pretty simple. You start off with a stone brick, then make 4 blocks of smooth stone, and leave a gap of however much you want between them. But I've left 4 in this case, just to make it semi kind of asymmetrical, just to give a nice kind of impression. And basically on top of this, you're going to put a big line of double slabs, and on the edge, what I like to do is put an upside down double slab. So if I just do that here, you can see it's a bit of a roundabout way to have to build one, but it's not too bad. And these colonnades there's some kind of debate among archaeologists as to what they are actually for. Most likely they were just decorative, but there are some people who think they might have been used to support some maybe coverings for market stalls or whatever. And the thing is, they're present in a hell of a lot of forums around the Roman world, and no one's really sure why, but it's more than likely just decorative. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the kind of basic forum. You can put these colonnades wherever you like, wherever it's going to fit in nicest with your city. But if we want to make something bigger, then there's a bit of a sort of technique to it. So if I take 2, say, ordinary plots, the 16 by 16 measurement, and I make 2 forums, there's obviously going to be this big gap left over where normally there'd be a road going through the middle. So what we want to do is find a pattern that can be just easily replicated, and we can stick it in the middle. And that way we can use kind of this modular system to build up a big, huge forum. So I'll show you how to do that now. So the space we're looking at for this design is a bit awkward. It's a 10 by 6. So what we're going to do first off is build a ring of our first material, in my case lapis, in the center, just a normal 4 by 4, so 2 by 2 in the center, left free. Moving on, we're just going to place another 3 blocks around each corner, and that's pretty much it. In this next phase, you can see I've just filled in the rest with stone bricks, and then depending on the pattern of the spiral on your other ones, it's basically going to join up with the rest of the pattern in, well, 2 places, either here or down here. So basically, if I just plonk this in the middle of that, you'll get an idea. So here you can see I've got my 10 by 6 gap left over. If I just type paste. Oh, well, I've actually I put these the wrong way around in this case, but you can kind of see how it fits in nicely with the rest of the pattern, and it keeps it looking pretty uniform. And basically, by using this kind of system, it basically means we can extend as much as we want in one direction. But if we want to go in 2 directions, it kind of, I suppose, it adds an extra bit of variation. So let's take a look at that now. So over here you can see I've basically placed 4 of these just 16 by 16 plots, and I filled in the gaps, basically by using the exact same pattern that I just showed you how to build. So if I do that now, you can see it fits up nicely. Well, actually, same problem as before, but you know, you get the idea. In the center, we end up getting left with a kind of 6 by 6 area to build in. So in this case, I've put in a small fountain with some little decorative columns. The thing is, you can pretty much build what you like in this little 6 by 6 area. You know, you can maybe do a small statue or maybe a tiny triumphal arch, whatever you want to do. It's kind of a free space to do something decorative. So yeah, I think that's about it for forums actually. But let's do a quick season recap. Okay, so the reason I want to do a season recap is basically because the forum is only really useful when you show it with other buildings. I also wanted to give a brief impression of the series so far for people who haven't seen it. This is the Insulae apartment blocks from from episode 1, I should say. Very common Roman building. Coming over here, we've got a domus, which is kind of a, I suppose, more upper class form of housing. That was covered in episode 2. Over here is a villa, which was episode 3. Kind of farmyard, but figured I might as well include it. This is of course the temple from episode 5. And I suppose this one, which is technically episode 6 of this season, is the forum. And the reason I want to show the forum, well, I suppose the reason I want to recap is that you can kind of see the real purpose of this area when I show it in relation to other buildings. It's the forum that really knits everything together, and I suppose it's such a key aspect to any town to have an open market square or just an open area so that you can actually take in some of the buildings. What I've done so far has been all modular design, and it can become a bit crowded, so it's important to have some open areas. I suppose the other reason I wanted to show it is just to show the kind of benefit of modular design. I've literally just copy pasted these in and they all fit together lovely. So yeah, I just hope you guys kind of understand the whole reason behind these tutorials, and hope you'll enjoy what's yet to come. So I've been Mr. Archer MC. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one. Bye. Alrighty, so I thought I'd just make this video, I suppose just to give a few brief announcements. Oh, got a bit of a frame rate spike there. But yeah, so first off, I just wanted to apologize because I haven't really been very active on the server, or actually in general answering emails and stuff. That's because I've been insanely busy for the last couple of weeks, so sincere apologies for that. But there are some fairly cool things coming up. I'm trying to get a website up and running, so we can set up donations and stuff for the server soon. Because, as I said, I think in a previous video, it's you know, it'd be nice to be able to keep it going without having to worry about the finance and stuff. So yeah, website should be up at some stage this week. So look forward to that. And aside from that, the other thing is that there's some fairly cool server events coming up, which I think everyone's going to enjoy, and I've been, I suppose, fairly sneakily just saying it to a few people on the server that, you know, a few of the things that are going to be happening. So if you want to know what's going to be happening, ask around. A few people on the server know, so yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say for now. Smex has been on holiday, so unfortunately, we haven't recorded any more tech videos. Though, even if he'd been here, we probably wouldn't have, because I've been so busy. But yeah, aside from that, the next tutorial that's coming up is going to be, I suppose, going back to the medieval stuff again. Well, not necessarily, but it's not strictly Roman. I'm just going to give a building tutorial on docks and warehouses and stuff. And I might throw in a ship or two, but yeah, it's something that a lot of people have been requesting over the last few months. So I'll definitely have to do a docks at some stage. So that'll be the next tutorial. Anyway, I've been Mr. Archer MC. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.